What's up, everybody? I'm Michael Allen, and this is the Movie Minute. This episode of the Movie Minute, we are talking about Disney's newest live action film, the prequel to the 94 hit The Lion King, Mufasa. So, if you're wanting a non spoiler review from a filmmaker perspective, let's jump on in. I gotta be honest and say that I was not excited about this film when I first saw the trailer, simply because ultimately Disney has not done a good job, in my opinion, with their live action films as of late. So I was hesitant, but I then was drawn in a little bit more, learning that Lin-Manuel Miranda was doing the songs. And obviously, I respect Lin-Manuel a lot. I think he brings a lot to a project, and so it piqued my interest. And so it was interesting coming into this and what I came out of it with that in mind. The story of Mufasa is simple enough. It is an origin story of the character of Mufasa, who is Simba's father. And it's really about this expansive journey that he takes as a cub into adulthood on his way to becoming the Lion King. As he's searching for his destiny in a land called Malele, he meets amazing characters along the way in Taka and Sarabi and Zazu. And it's all being told to us by the master storyteller Rafiki. And so it's awesome to see some of these old characters get brought into how Mufasa met them and how it affected his life and where he ended up. The film really focused on expanding the themes from the original film and trying to make them stronger. And that's a good start. So let's jump in and talk about what I liked. I think when you're doing a story like this, you can try to do something fully new, and that can be good. But if you take the themes and you build upon those themes so that this film actually makes The Lion King from 94 stronger, you are succeeding in making this film. Much like Furiosa made Mad Max a stronger story, Mufasa does something very similar. It expands our knowledge of the characters, and it helps build empathy and understanding for those characters and builds upon those themes. And it does it very well. The film was directed by Barry Jenkins, who it's an interesting choice, I think. It's a guy who's made Oscar winners like Moonlight, and then If Beale Street Could Talk. It's an interesting choice to come in and make Mufasa. But he really brought something unique to the table. I think that he brought his storytelling expertise, and he really flushed out these characters. And that is a strength of the movie. The character development is very strong. Getting to know Mufasa and Taka and Zazu and Rafiki, all of those characters have strong development. And that's done by a strong director who is a good storyteller. I will also say the film is beautiful overall. It really is a technological marvel to see how far animation has expanded. I just think about even the Jungle Book live action remake, which I enjoyed overall. Just even the jump of quality from then to now in how developed and how good the scenes and the characters look. I mean, this is all computer generated content, and most of the time it looks incredible. I think they really balanced out the uncanny valley, making characters that you can connect with while also understanding that they're completely computer generated. Another thing that Barry Jenkins did that was so honoring was he brought a lot of the original soundtrack into the movie in a very balanced way. It wasn't overwhelmingly like the original, but he brought in little notes and flavors of the original soundtrack, which is one of the best soundtracks in Disney history, in my opinion. And so he incorporated all of that music so well into this new story. And I really appreciated that. Ultimately, as well, the script was good. It's a good story and it's compelling. And that's what you need to make a film like this. You need a strong script and a solid story. And they did that really, really well. So there is quite a bit wrong, in my opinion, with Mufasa. A lot of it's nitpicky, but there are some very big ones that pull you out of the story. And the first and foremost is something honestly shocking to me. The songs just weren't that great. I expected them to be much better, bringing in Lin-Manuel, but they didn't really expand on the story that much. I just was confused a lot of the time why they were singing, and ultimately the animation of them singing was the worst in the movie. There's just some really weird things with it of how they say certain words and how their mouths move that just took me out of the movie. There's a song by a villain in this movie that should just be fully removed. There's just content in the film from a song standpoint that doesn't fit. I actually think you could have removed most of the songs and the film would have been better, which is shocking. The second was the inclusion of Timon and Pumbaa. Yes, Timon and Pumbaa are in this movie. You see them in the trailer. They were completely worthless in this film. They added nothing. I think that Disney execs or story or whoever stepped in included them because the original Lion King had some silliness to it with Timon and Pumbaa, and they were great. And I think they thought, oh, in drawing the kids in, we want to have some silliness moments. Their inclusion just distracted from the story that Barry was telling. I think he was telling a really compelling story, and it kept on getting interrupted by Timon and Pumbaa. And it bothered me. It wasn't good. It was annoying. And I think kids will be annoyed by it as well. I don't think it was that funny. It was a lot of meta commentary as well. And it just didn't fit overall into the pace and the themes that Barry was trying to tell with this movie. So from an entertainment standpoint, I absolutely was entertained. This film was a lot of fun. I did enjoy the majority of the film. And so from an entertainment standpoint, I'd give this an 8 out of 10. I did enjoy it, and it had that nostalgic element in a positive way as well. It felt like a cool callback to the movie. It made The Lion King stronger, I think, and the inclusion of the music really helped. From a critic's rating, I think that the pacing kind of knocks it around a little bit, which is why some critics are knocking it, I think. And the songs just didn't land, which is extremely disappointing. So I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10 for a critic's rating, which is a bit disappointing, but averaged out with that entertainment rating, I think, 7 out of 10 for Mufasa. Very solid film. So I think this film's a little bit complicated when it comes to the badge. I am going to give this film a popcorn bucket. It was fun. I do think it's worthy of a theater experience, but with one little note. I went to the theaters with a group of friends and tickets were $20 to see this movie. They weren't for me because I have a movie pass, but they were for my friends. And I wonder if they think it was worth the $20, and I don't think it is. And so I'll give this a popcorn bucket with a caveat of saying go see it on like a $5 Tuesday, $6 Tuesday, or on a discount day at the theater. Don't go to the premium pricing where you're going to drop 60, 80, $100 on a movie like this. At that point, it's just getting a little bit ridiculous. Theaters need to figure out how to keep their ticket prices down. I mean, that is just outrageous that a ticket on a Thursday night would cost $20. So at the end of the day, Mufasa is fun, it's nostalgic, and it was better than I expected. Although it has a few bumps and obstacles along the road, it really did strengthen the original film and the themes, and it made me respect the character of Mufasa even more, and it made me miss James Earl Jones, and so RIP James Earl. So glad I got to see this and hear your voice one last time in the movie theater. So, if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe. Would love to have you on this movie journey with me. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you're going to see Mufasa and what you thought of it. And until next time, everybody, peace out.